Hello everyone, welcome to the next session of our course Internet Fundamentals and Web Tools. So, today we are going to discuss more about web browsers like navigation buttons. We missed one navigation button called home page. So, how we have to set the home page we will discuss in this session, and also tabbed browsing also we will discuss in this session. Okay. So, till now we discussed about what is a web browser. So, web browser, what is the role of a web browser in the internet world, and how it is making our computer a web client, and what is a browser interface. So, every browser will have specific buttons and specific format, like what should be there and how the user should be able to access the web browser. So, these are all the things that should be there in a web browser, and we have seen the address bar, like how to enter a website address in our web browser, and we have seen bookmarks, like how to save a particular URL in our web browser, and how to access that URL, and how to delete the bookmark. So, bookmark can also be said as favorites. So, in Internet Explorer we call favorites, and in Chrome or any other browsers like Firefox or Opera, we will call them as bookmarks. And we saw also about history, and how the URLs will be saved in the history, and we have also seen how many times the website is visited, and what is the previous visited time for this particular URL. So, these are all the things that we have seen in the history, and how to omit the history. So, suppose we did some browsing now, and we want to eliminate, or we want to restrict the browser to save its history or cookies. So, how do we do that? So, that is by doing the private browsing. So, how do we go to private browsing, and what do we do? Whatever we do in private browsing, what will be saved and what not will be saved, we discussed in Internet Explorer, and in Chrome we have seen some examples, right? And navigation buttons, how do we go back and how do we go forward, and how do we refresh a web page, and how do we stop from loading a web page. So, these are all the things that we have seen. So, back is to go back to previous page, and forward is to go to the forward page. So, suppose we navigated from page A, we navigated to page B, and from page B we navigated back to page A by using back button, and when the back button is used once, then forward button will be activated, and we can just forward to B again to navigate back to B, right. That is the functionality of forward button. And refresh button is used to refresh the web page. It will send a new request to the web server, like the browser will send a new request to the web server, and will get the new web page, or the previous existing web page in the web server, again back to the again it will load the web page. So, we saw one local file example also. We opened one index.html file, and then we edited that file, and then when we reloaded it loaded a new page. Until we reload, the page was not being loaded. And stop button. So, stop button will stop all the active requests. So, this is all what we have seen in the previous session. So, this session we will start with home page. So, which is one of the new navigation methods in the web browser. Okay, home page is a page or website which will be loaded when the browser is started. So, there will be a default home page for each web browser which can be overridden. So, we will practice how to set a home page in Internet Explorer and Chrome, right. So, home page is a page or website. So, it can be a web page locally. So, suppose we have seen one web page for index.html, we edited one web page, right. So, that web page it can be saved as said as home page, or a website like rediff.com or cprogramming.com. So, which is a website. So, this will be loaded when the web browser is started. So, it is the first page. Whenever we open web browser, it will be the first page to load. Automatically this home page will be loaded. So, we do not have to click anything, we do not have to type anything. Suppose there is a web page, suppose we are accessing some 100 websites, and we organized them into different methods, like okay, these are all the websites I want to when I am learning something, these are all the websites for tutorial, these are all the websites for something else, this technology websites, these are all the websites for education like IIT websites and NIT websites, and these are all the websites for mailing like Yahoo Mail, Gmail, Rediff Mail, all these things. So we organized everything into one web page and put it as a home page, so that whenever the web browser is started, it will show up all the links, and just by clicking one link we will navigate to that page. So all the links in a hyperlink, if we create a web page something like that, then automatically we will go to we can navigate to that page. So that is called a home page, and there is a default home page for each web browser. So for example, for Google Chrome, the default home page is Google website, and for Microsoft Internet Explorer, the default website will be Microsoft. Opera, there will be a different website for Opera, and so usually the web browser home page will be its vendor's page, like who developed that web page, they will put their home page. So that is the default home page. So like this we can we will see how to set the home page and how to open a home page in Internet Explorer and also in Chrome now. So how do we open Internet Explorer? Again, go to Start, open Internet Explorer. So now the home page set is about blank. What we will do is go to Tools and go to Internet Options, or again we can, here there is a button available, just click Tools and there is Internet Options available here. So I request everybody to follow the mouse pointer. So click Internet Explorer. So here this about blank is there, which is already loaded. So I want to navigate to, I want the browser to navigate to a different page, www.cprogramming.com. So this is what I want it as a home page. So I said, I changed this, so I said apply and clicked OK. Now I am just closing this. When I reopen, let us see. See, automatically it is opening cprogramming.com. So this can be our frequently visited page, or very usually it is a very useful page which will have access to all our data, will be the home page. Okay. So now I am going to a different website called rediff.com. Okay. So now the rediff.com is open. Now what I will do is how to set this rediff.com as our home page. So again, so now I will go to menu tools. So tools, Internet Options, and here there is an option saying that, see here in the general tab there is an option to create, I will read out here if you cannot read it, to create home page tabs, type each address in its own line. So that means we can have different home pages, like we will have 4 home pages which will be opened in 4 tabs. So whenever we open the browser, 4 websites will be open. So now I am going to set rediff.com as a home page. How? Like here there are 3 buttons saying that use current, use default, use blank. If I say use current, then it is set. So which is the currently opened website is rediff.com. So apply, OK, and I am closing the Internet Explorer. When I reopen, it opened rediff.com. So let us see what other options are available here. I opened Internet Options, then in general home page there is one more option called use default. As I said, every browser will have a default home page. So when I click use default, so this changed to Microsoft.com. So http://go.microsoft.com, some fw link / link id equal to 69157. So this is the default home page. So let us see what is this default home page is. OK, and then if I close, then again open, it opened the default home page, which is Microsoft home page. So this is MSN India, Hotmail. So this is all. So So, it will have access to all the other websites of Microsoft like outlook.com, etc., etc. Okay. And if I say use blank, if I click use blank, it is showing as about colon blank. That means a blank page will be opened. Apply, okay, again close, open. So, a blank page is open. If you see the title here, it is saying blank page, right. Let us see it in Chrome. Start home, I opened Chrome. Then here in in Chrome we will have different kind of settings. So, I am going to this menu, there is an option here called settings. So, go to settings, we can set the settings here. So, Google will give us a very useful way of very convenient way to search the settings. So, whatever the settings that we want to add, whatever the settings that we want to change, we can change here. Suppose I am typing here home. So, here it is showing show home button. So, if I say click show home button, this home is being shown. So, if I have to navigate to the home, then click this. So, a new page of Google is opened. So, this is what is the home page of Google Chrome. Okay. So, we will see more about the home page after tabbed browsing. So, what is tabbed browsing we will see first, and then we will set multiple home pages in Internet Explorer and we will see that. So, tabbed browsing. Tabbed browsing is a form of internet navigation that allows a user to browse multiple web pages in a single window. These additional web pages are denoted by tabs at the top of the browser's window. Back, forward, refresh, top buttons will work on the active tab that is open. So, what is tabbed browsing is? So, we will be able to open different multiple web pages in the single browser window. So, we opened Internet Explorer, now we are able to open one website there. If you have to open another website, so in earlier versions of Internet Explorer or in olden days of web browsers, if I have to open one more web page, we need to open one more window, which is a waste of resources, because browser is a browser collectively it needs lot of resources. Or suppose if we are accessing multiple web pages, suppose 10 websites we are opening, there will be 10 windows opened, which is a which looks very odd in the when we are navigating between the windows, which will not be very convenient way, which will not be very convenient for us to use. But if we have all the tabs, if we have all the windows or all the web pages opened in a single window, we will go to the web browser and we can navigate within the web browser, we can navigate along the tabs, we can navigate between or among the web pages very easily. So, we know all the web pages that what are opened at the single place, and we can navigate between them, we can open another one. So, that is called tabbed browsing. That is what is tabbed browsing and what are tabs? So, tabs are the tabs will be having an indication at the top of the window. So, what it is showing is there are additional pages called tabs. So, we saw one big page, and at the top there is a tab window. We will see it in the session. We will see it in Internet Explorer and Chrome, but we will see more about tabbed browsing now. History and favorites are not specific to any tab. History of all tabs will be saved in the same place. So, how to open a tab is by going to the file, new tab, and close the tab is by going to by clicking Ctrl W. We will now see the practice. So, how do we open multiple web pages? So, here whatever it is shown here, this is called a tab, and when we can open a new tab by clicking this particular tab, this icon or this button, or by using file, new tab. Here it is showing Ctrl plus T. So, if we press Ctrl plus T, it will open. Now, I am going to a page. Now, I opened rediff.com. So, it opened. Now, I want to open one more web page. So, I do not have to open a new window, or I do not want to close this rediff.com. So no new window, no closing of the existing window. So I am just clicking this so that a new blank page will be opened. Here I am opening one more website called cprogramming.com. So a new web page is opened. Now I want to navigate back to rediff.com. Here I came. Suppose I clicked some Rediff money, and before it loads I am going to cprogramming.com and do some, I clicked some here and then navigated back to Rediff. So here it is a very convenient way. All the web pages that are opened, all the web pages that we want are opened in a single window, and at the top we can see all the pages. So if you see here, this is the title bar. So on the top on the tab there is a title involved, and the title is also there on the browser's main window, right. And like this we can open any number of websites. Like I am opening one more website called yahoo.com. So how we navigate between these all tabs is just click the tab. This is one way, and there is a keyboard shortcut which is press Ctrl and tab. So you can easily find it on the keyboard. Just click Ctrl, and if you press if you keep on pressing tab, it will go to new tab. Or there is an icon here which is for showing all the tabs. Quick tabs, Ctrl Q is for showing all the tabs. So this is rediff.com, this is jumping into C++, so this is C programming tab, and this is Yahoo. So I want to go to rediff.com, just click this, it will go to yahoo.com. In almost all the browsers it is the case. So the history, so let us see the history now. So go to favorites, and if we see history, it is showing rediff.com jumping into C++. So now I opened one more thing called, in Yahoo I opened movies, and then in cprogramming.com I opened a new let me open a new link, or I will go back, it will open. And then if I go to favorites, see I am in rediff.com tab, but in favorites it is showing rediff.com order visited by today. So let me open Yahoo page now. So we are in Yahoo home page, and when I go to I am navigating to rediff.com, and then if I go to favorites, so it is showing cprogramming.com, which is opened previously. So what we can see is, it is not the tabs are not related to the history. All the history will be saved in a single place, like there is no tab specific history, but whereas the back button, forward button, and refresh stop will work on the current tab. So that we will try now. See, now cprogramming.com is open, and I am opening yahoo.com here. If I open yahoo.com here, there is no it is saying back button is inactive and forward button is inactive. That means it is saying that there is no window, there is nothing is open previously. That means cprogramming.com is not affecting this tab, or the browsing data of this tab. That means this back button and forward button are not related to the complete browser. So they are particular to a particular tab. So whatever the active tab that is open, the back button and forward button act on that. Similarly, for the refresh and stop also will work on the active button which is open currently. So this is about the tabbed browsing. Now we will see opening multiple tabs as setting multiple tabs as home page. So go to the tools, internet options. One is about blank, and second one I am putting it as cprogramming.com. third I want to put as rediff.com, www.rediff.com, and then apply. Okay. So, when I close, it should be opening all the 3 tabs. See, one is blank, second thing is cprogramming.com, and third is rediff.com. So, like this we can have any number of home pages that we want. So, these are all the pages I want to visit every time I open a web browser. So, if I close the when I press the close button on my browser, it is saying, it is showing a warning message, close all tabs or close current tab. So, we might be accidentally close all the tabs, but we may want to close only a single tab. So, to close the tab, just click cross icon here, or if I hover, it is showing Control plus W. So, if I press Control W on my keyboard, it will close. So, this is about it. I am closing the browser. Next, how we can save the contents of web page. So, in web page we have seen, like there will be lot of information, we will see what it is. All the browsers support saving of web pages locally. We can save the entire web page or the individual objects of the web page, right. We will see practice how we save the web page, and how to save a particular link, and how to save image. Okay. So, what a web page content, what is meant by web page content? So, we have seen web page can have text and images, videos, or any other data like PDF documents, it can have animations, it can have, and there is a particular image we are very much interested in a web page. So, how do we save it, and how do we prevent from somebody saving it, and what are the controls in that we need to do, and how many types we can save the web page, and how to save a particular link, or the website related to that particular link, how we can save, and how we can save the image. So, these things we will see now. Open Internet Explorer, and we do not need all these things. So, let me go to the internet options and remove all these things. Just about blank is good enough for us. So, I am using about blank, apply. Okay. So, now I am going to open a website. cprogramming.com is one website which I want to open. So, what is this website is all about? So, what are the contents of this website or this web page? So, as I can see, this is a text, and this is also text. This is a bold text which is having the text size bigger than other size, because it is a heading. So, this is also a big heading, and this is a hyperlink. This is one hyperlink. As the mouse pointer is changing, we can say that it has a hyperlink. This is also an hyperlink. If we try to select this, then we will see some more details, like this is one complete entity, and we can see this as an object. If I hold my mouse pointer and move it, then it will select these things. So, how to save the web page? Suppose I want to save only this data, only these two particular information, this particular information. So, what I can do? I can just select this, right click, copy, open some notepad, new, and right click, paste. But I do this is only one part of it, right. But how do I save the entire data, entire page? So, what I will do is I will select something, or I will go here and I will go to menu, select all. If I click, then it will select everything. So, there is the way to save or the way to print is by selecting all the things, and then what I am going to do is I am going to open a Word. Windows Word. So, Windows Word is open, right click, I can paste it. So, it is trying to, it is copied everything and pasting everything here. Okay, we selected everything, but not copied. So, right click, copy, or go to edit, copy, and then as a paste. It will take everything what is present there and try to put it here, but this is not a this is not correctly formatted, because Word uses A4 pages to save the data or represent the data. So, what I am going to do is, not by using Word or not by selecting this. So, I can go to file and I can save the web page. There is an option called save as. So, if I press save as, then here it is saving with a title, but this title I do not like this title. So, I will just simply save it as C programming underscore web page. So, here there are different types, what either it is a web archive or web page or web page HTML only. So, let us save it as web page, complete web page. It is trying to save, completed. So, if I go to this directory, what is present here is there we have given a name called C programming underscore web page, but you can also see there is a directory associated with it, which is C programming underscore web page underscore files. So, what this files contains? This directory contains lot of information, which is the which are the images used in the website. If I open this HTML page with Notepad, it is showing all the text. We can see nowhere images, no advertisements, nothing. It is only the text along with some keywords which we are not able to understand right now. So, it is showing title, head, title. So, this one we are able to understand, that cprogramming.com, learn C, C++ programming, cprogramming.com. So, this one we are able to understand, but we do not understand all these things like what is title, what is link, and what are the script, and all these things we do not understand. But we will understand one thing, that is, if a web page is saved, so any HTML page will be looking like a text document, which we will not be able to understand, or we will not be able to fully read through it and understand. Okay. So, let me open this in internet browser. So, I right clicked it, open with Internet Explorer. So, it opened in a new tab. So, it is opening, let us wait. So, when I open it, it is perfectly showing all the things like in cprogramming.com. Here this image it is showing, and this image it is showing, and lot of other images it is showing, and the link, if you see here, the URL, if you see, it is showing C users, etc., C programming underscore web page dot HTML. So, what internally it is doing is, it is representing the representing different, it is denoting, or it is pointing different images from this particular web the text file. So, if I open with Microsoft Notepad again, if I see, this is the headline H1 C programming and C programming. So, if we go to the web page, it is saying C programming and C programming in a big bold text. So, which is a headline. So, if we want to see this cprogramming.com, then what I am going to do is, I am going to this web page files, and will see the files as files differently. I click it and say large icons. So, this cprogramming.com is named with title.png. So, let us see what this title.png is. there, if it is there. So, I go to this notepad, control F, which is for finding, or just go to edit, find title.png. So, it showed like source is image, there is a tag here which is image class equal to logo, and source is C programming file C programming underscore website underscore files slash title.png. So, what this means is, when we are saving the web page, it is converting all the it is saving all the images into one directory and converting all the links that are there that are present in the directory to the relative URLs. So, we have already seen about absolute URLs and relative URLs, right. How to see an absolute URL and how to see a relative URL, we will see now. I open this C programming. So, this is whatever the one we have saved. So, this is whatever which is already existing. So, I right click on it, and if I say properties, it is showing http://. So, I will just copy this and put it in notepad, so that we will be able to understand easily. So, this is what is shown there, but for us what is there? Only the directory / title.png. So, but URL, the universal resource locator says it is http://static.cprogramming.com main images / title.png. So, who is doing the magic here? The browser is doing the magic when we are saving the data in as HTML format. Okay. So, this is what the page we have saved, and these are all the files. So, we thought only one file will be saved, but there are lot of files. So, these many files are present in this particular website or in this particular web page. Now, we will save it in different way. I will say Ctrl+Alt+F file, save as. This is a web archive. So, any web page will have an extension of HTML or HTM. So, this is the usual way of HTML is a very common language to write or develop web pages. So, there are other things, there are a lot of UI technologies coming up now with Node.js and lot of things, but the legacy is to use HTML. The extension for HTML pages is HTM or HTML. That is why when we save the page, it is saved with an extension of HTM. Okay. Now, we are going to save it as web archive and see how it is being saved. So, the extension here is MHT. It is showing web archive single file MHT. Earlier what it shown? Web page complete HTM, HTML. So, now we will save it as MHT, and I give another name, C programming web page underscore archive. Okay. So, save. Now, let us see what is being saved there. So, this is the file which is saved as MHT. So, here we do not have different files, or we are not able to see any images, we are not able to see any tags or anything. So, MHT, as the name indicates, it is an archive. So, what is an archive means? An archive is a compressed or combined format of a file. That means, suppose we have 100 files and we want to bundle all of them together. That is, so we can create an archive. Archive is a file which is having multiple files in it. So, usually we will have directories have multiple files, but a file which we all the files we will keep it in a single file and bundle it. It is called an archive. So, common types of archives are tar files or zip files or 7z. So, these are all the archive utilities. So, usually in Linux we will have tar files or you in Java we will create jar files or var files, web archives and Java archives, and zip files. Zipping means compressing all the files into a single file is called zipping. So, usually in Windows we will have WinZip or WinRAR or 7z. So, these are all the zipping tools or compressing tools which will create zip files, RAR files and 7z files. So, like that here in web page we have created one MHT file which is a web archive or a web page archive, which will have all the images and web page information in it. Now, I will try to open it with Internet Explorer. Right click on it and open with Internet Explorer. So, again it showed. See, if you see the title bar, if you see the address bar here, it will show like C users etc., C programming underscore web page underscore archive. So, this is the name that we have given and the .mht. So, this is a single page. By right click on this C programming and C properties, what it is showing, I will put it in notepad and so that everybody will be able to see. So, there is a big name given to it, MHTML. So, what is MHT stands for? It stands for MHTML. So, MHTML file. So, this is the path and in that path again this is the location of it. So, this is the file, this is how we can save the files, this is how we can save the web pages as files. Suppose now we saw a saving a page. Now, we will see how we can save the image. So, let us see one very good image in this web page, or we will open a new web page. cprogramming.com, same thing I am opening again. I am using the same website again and again, so that we will get familiar with the same website, so that it will be easy to relate our topics. So, on cprogramming.com, this is an image we know, and we want to save only this image, not any particular any other image. So, what I am going to do is right click on it. So, there are a lot of options, open link, because as this is a hyperlink, it is showing open link in new tab or open link in new window, and it is showing save target as. So, what this means is we will see what is save target as or print target. We will see these two options in the in very few minutes, and here we saw an option called save picture as. I am clicking this and I am going to save this picture in our directory. I am going to put as C programming underscore PIC, that means pic. And how do we want to save it? In PNG format it is showing. It is a PNG file which is loaded. So, I am going to save it. Let us see what is being saved here. So, a PNG file is saved. If we go to the directory, it is showing a PNG image with our name given as C programming underscore pic. So, I opened it, it is showing this only this particular file. And the next topic we will see is save link as or save target as. So, save image as we have seen and save link as we will see now. Now, there are a lot of hyperlinks available here. How do we save a particular hyperlink? So, hyperlink need not be connected to another web page. We can have the hyperlinks connected to an image, or we can have the hyperlinks to some PDF documents or files. Basically, every hyperlink will be attached to a URL. URL is uniform resource locator. So, I am stressing the word resource. So, resource is need not be a web page, it can be anything else, any file or any image, anything on the web, any IO streams can be a resource. So, we are going to save now a link or any file. How do we save? So, that is what we will see and we will conclude today's session. Okay. So, now this web page, this cprogramming.com web page has lot of images. So, image is also a resource, we have saved it, but image is a special resource because we save the images in regularly. So, we will see a different thing. So, I am going to another hyperlink, let us save some book or something. Okay. Here it says something like where can I download sample code. So, blah 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 it is showing and download the source code here. So, this looks like a resource. I am going to let us try to save it. What is this? So, right click on this and open new tab, open in new tab. All the options are same except in on image. If we right click, it has shown some links. It has shown some options as save link, save this image as. So, this is an image. Let us try to see what it is. See, save picture as, but here it did not show that option, save picture as, because it is not a picture clearly. So, I am going to save it as save target as. So, it is opened up a new window and it is showing sample code.zip. So, this is a from this we can say that this is a zip file. So, as I said, a resource need not be a web page, it can be an image, it can be any file, PDF file, anything else. So, here in this case it is a zip file. So, I am going to save this zip file and see how it is getting saved. Again go to the same and here I am giving a name called C programming some source, right, and I am saying save. So, here if you see, this is the download window which is downloading the files. So, if you when we saved an image, it did not download anything because it is already downloaded and present, just copied from that folder to here, but here it is downloading something from the internet. So, this is the download window for Internet Explorer. Each browser will be having their own download windows differently. So, suppose Chrome will have differently, if time permits we will see, but this is how we can download. So, I am just saying close, or I can say open folder. So, if I say click open folder, directly it opened the folder where it downloaded the file. Here it also highlighted the zip file that is downloaded, which is C programming so underscore source.zip, which is of 38 KB data. So, this 38 KB of data in a zip format it downloaded from the internet. Now, the download is happened. I want to see what are all the downloads that are happened. So, we can go to tools. So, we can see the download all the downloads by using Control J, I think. So, it is which is for feeds. Okay. We will see how we can see how we can download a particular file and how we can see and manage all the downloads in the next session. But this is how we can download, we can save the web page contents. So, we have saved. So, in this session we have saved the entire page. We saved the page in different formats like a HTML page attached with some images and other resources which are saved in a separate directory. So, that is a HTML page which is not a single page, but it is connected with a directory. So, that is number 1, and mHTML page. So, that is number 2, which is an archive file which is saved in a single file, right. And also we saved an image like in cprogramming.com we saved an image and try to open it and it is opened, and we downloaded a file that is URL that is save target as. In some web browsers it is saying, it will say like save link as or save the page as, save link to target as. So, there are different things, but just we have to right click on the link and it will open new things. It will open up what are the options that are available. So, in the next session we will see something about browser cookies and browser cache, and then we will start social networking soon. Thank you.